Hi guys, and welcome back to an actor's notebook. I know it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, and a lot's happened. I'm not going to tell you guys where I am currently because I don't know if I can, which is why the background is very different from what it normally is, and it looks kind of crazy, and I look kind of crazy. But yeah, so I just wanted to introduce this vlog as like a whirlwind kind of craziness. I've been doing a lot lately. Currently, I'm in New York, or was in New York, and I did a lot of stuff, a lot of fun things. Some things having to do with theater, some things just having to do with film, some things just having to do with life. But yeah, so I'm gonna put like a montage clip of just me having fun, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, so that's been pretty much my time here, I guess. So far, it's been a lot of fun. It's also good coming back to New York because New York is like my home. I've lived here for many years. There are a few places in the world that I consider my home: New York, San Francisco, and of course, Jacksonville, Florida is my ultimate home. But yeah, so doing all of these things and everything that I've been doing so far, I kind of wanted to just talk to you guys because um, I feel like something that I said in a previous video is not true. I said that you have to do something and going against your fear, and that you should never be fearful of going after your dream, but that's just not realistic, like at all. I think a good thing about having a dream is that it scares you. And recently, I've been completely and utterly afraid every time I have to act or perform because I don't know, it seems like when you get closer to your dream, it's scary. Like there's so many other risks that you don't think about, and trying to find a way to where it doesn't like scare you to your core is completely and utterly hard. Also because there's a lot of change in this career. Like you're constantly changing, and you're also constantly trying to decide, you know, who you are in this industry. And I think a lot of actors forget that they have power over their brand. You're building it yourself, and people will always try to say that no, your brand is determined by casting directors and what they see from you, but that's not true. Because you ultimately take the job, and don't get me wrong, you may take some jobs that ultimately go against your brand when you're first starting out, but once you have the ability to kind of decide and stretch yourself, you might as well do it. Like I said, you should always know who and what you're fighting for, and that connects to your brand and what roles you take. It's all about you, really. So I'm learning that right now, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like everyone wants an opportunity, and that's right, you're chasing for an opportunity, but don't forget who you are, and don't forget what roles excite you and scare you. And I always believe in doing things that scare you, and I think that your dream will scare you, and I think you'll never stop having that fear, but I don't believe that's a bad thing. So yeah, I'll maybe catch up with you guys later because I'm busy and I just wanted to say that right before I run away. But yeah, you might get some films from me soon that are gonna be out of the country, so that should be an exciting place to film. But yeah, let's go and see what's next. Hi guys, I'm back and I wanted to talk to you about theater auditions and kind of preparing for those. Since I've been doing a lot more film recently, like going back to theater, I'm remembering a few things that are different about those auditions, and I just thought I'd like to share. So, number one, when you're going into a theater audition, specifically for a season for a theater company, look through the breakdown and make sure you know basically kind of what roles you could do. You know, you want to know which ones are in your age range and which ones are good for you to possibly be able to do. So, there's people upstairs. So, yeah, you want to make sure what's in your age range, what's in your type range. I don't really specifically always go by race, just because if that happened, then I would have a lot less auditions, because there are very few roles for black women, especially black women in a specific age range. No, you might as well just be like shooting for the moon. So if it says Caucasian or if it doesn't say race, I will audition for it as long as it's in my age range and it's something that I can play or something that I can look like I can play. So when I do that, I look at those specific roles and the types. I read the description so that I kind of find monologues that go around that type so that they can see me in that role. Just so they know that that is something that I can do. And you want to make sure that if you're picking something that you don't know, that you look at the background, you look at the history of the character for that monologue that you want to do. You find out what happened before and after this monologue, and you also make sure it's a monologue with a wow moment, a shift, and one that you feel personally connected to where you can put a lot of power and a lot of your artistry behind, so that it's a good monologue for you and also a good monologue for them to see everything that you can do with the characters that they are thinking about in their mind. Because when they see you, they're automatically thinking, okay, what can I cast her as? And then after you perform, like all these ideas start coming in their mind. And they're like, oh, I can call her back for this, I can call her back for that, or I can call him back for this or that. So that's what you want to happen. Also, if you do happen to get a call back for a specific role and they want you to read, or say they're not doing regular auditions where you go in with the monologue, you have to go in and read for a specific role. That normally happens when it's a play-based audition and less of a season-based audition. So when that happens, try and memorize as much as you can of that slide that they are giving you, of that text. If you can't memorize it, if you're under too much pressure, that is completely fine. Make sure that you memorize the shifts or the important moments in the text which you think you would like to have eye contact with them for, so that they can kind of get in on you. Eye contact is very important. You see a lot of emotion through the eyes. Now, you learn that in film, but it's also true for theater. Theater is the eyes and body. But when you're in that room and it's just you and you're in a close, confined space, when you hit that shift or you have a moment where they say something that hurts you and a reaction through your body, you also want to make sure that you react through your eyes and that you connect with them and look straight at them when you hear this. Because they are talking to you, or straight at the reader or whoever is reading for that part. And make sure that you have that one-on-one connection, because you want to show that you can react in the moment, and you want to show that you can connect and show shifts and emotions through your body and your eyes. And just be present. Also, if you're someone who shakes during an audition, a good thing to note, if you're worried about your paper shaking, is fold it in half. use one hand. Use your dominant hand that doesn't shake as much, and use your other hand to create a more open space for your body. Theater, again, is for the body, so more open space for the body where this one hand can talk and move as much as you want, but this one can stay steady, and you make sure when it's folded like that, you don't see the shaking as much. Some people shake because they're nervous. Some people shake because if you're like me, it's something like medically that happens all the time. It doesn't have to be when I'm nervous or stressed or anything like that. It's something that happens all the time. I could have medicine for it, but it will never completely go away, so I had to learn things to do around that. But yeah, so I hope this helps. This is some theater audition tips for you guys. And mostly just be calm and be present in the moment. They want you to succeed. You want to succeed. Just do your best for that character and for that role and put your best foot forward. So I hope that helped you guys. It was great being with you guys. I'm sorry I took a break for so long. I'm going to try and come back regularly. But yeah, hope this helped. Bye.